So another issue I'm having on this Honda Ridgeline 2006 is power steering fluid is leaking. So in this video I'm gonna show you how I'll find the leak, and later on I'll have another video of how to repair the leak. So if power steering is not working or making weird sounds, first thing you have to do is check the cylinder, make sure it's not leaking fluid, because if it's not leaking fluid, then you have issue with a pump. It could be that air gets in the system, which could be O-rings in a pump, which I done video like that before, look through my channel. Or it also could be a bad rack and pinion. If it is leaking, then obviously we have to find the leak. In my case, I already confirmed it's leaking. I have to add a bottle probably every 2 to 3 weeks, so it's leaking pretty bad. So let's find it, and to do that we need to create more room. Make sure you have room to look through. Now I'll remove my engine cover. So now we have a better view on the actual pump. And also I removed the wheel. I just did it so that it's a lot easier to see this section, because you get, I think, yeah, high pressure line goes somewhere here towards rack and pinion. So just for visibility I also removed that. On mine it looks like it's leaking somewhere in this area, because I see a lot of fluids here on the frame. But still I'm gonna try to find exactly where it's leaking from. Next thing is I'll use brake parts cleaner, and I'll clean all the areas where it could leak, because it's a lot easier to look for a leak when everything is clean. That's another reason I removed the wheel, is to have better access here. That's also possible where leak might be. See that green connector? I think that location is pretty common for power steering fluid leaks. I'll also do this. I don't think you really have to, but I'll spray it down with water as well. Another good reason to do it is if you'll have to replace any of these parts, it'll be a little bit cleaner job. You're not gonna get your hands dirty as much as without using brake parts cleaner and water. This is optional, but I think for $8 it's worth it. I'm gonna use UV dye, and I think I'll need to put about a quarter of this bottle into power steering reservoir, just to make it easier to find the exact location where it's leaking. As I said before, you need to put only like a quarter of it, but be careful. Try not to spill it anywhere. I think I put a little bit more than needed, but that's fine. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start the truck, pretty much look for a leak with a UV flashlight. I don't know how fast it's gonna take for this reservoir to move stuff with UV dye in it around the system. I'm sure it'll be fairly quick. Okay, we got glasses, UV light, so let's do the test. By the way, it's much easier to do it with front up. You'll have less load on rack and pinion, the whole power steering system. It's been way too little of a time, but I'll look now. Okay, after having the car around for like 10 minutes, I think I found the leak. And that's actually one thing I forgot to mention, where good chance it might leak from. You see that gray plug and wire that goes with the plug, you see it's a kind of green color. So that's where it looks like it's leaking from. And also if you look under this boot, That's the same leak. So it goes from there on boot and under, and then goes pretty much under the truck. So I replaced this. It's called a power steering pressure switch. Last time I replaced high pressure hose, I also replaced that switch, and I used aftermarket for about 20 bucks. So I'll see if there is any other better option or not. I might still have lifetime warranty on this pressure switch. If that's the case, I might replace it, save 20 bucks. If I find a good deal for better quality, maybe I'll do that. I'll do some research on that. Alright, so that's how you find the leak. Next video I'll show you how to replace that switch. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.